morning everyone. We are the group 9 and today we will discuss about the culture and the arts. So before anything else, let us define first what is culture and what is arts. So when we say culture, it is all about our religion, our beliefs, our norms, the food that we eat, and the clothes that we wear. It is about culture. Anything about us, it is about culture. When we say arts, it is where we can express ourselves in different art forms like drawing, painting, dancing, singing. Where we can express ourselves freely, it called arts. So when we say culture and the arts, their key relationship is that when the artist making an arts involves cultures, the way kung paano sila gumawa ng mga artworks is involves or aligned sa kulturang anong meron sila. Let's for example, yakan. As we all know na yung mga yakan, the way how they make an artwork is inspired by their culture. Hindi sila gumagawa ng mga artworks na trip lang nila, kundi lahat ng artworks nila is involves sa kung anong kultura meron sila or doon nila ipinapakita or doon nila hina-highlight kung anong culture meron sila. So by that, tayo as hindi tayo same culture nila, so alam natin na yung artworks na gusto nilang ipakita sa atin is because it is their culture. Indigenous arts in Zamboanga City. So as we all know that Zamboanga City is diverse in terms of culture. We have Islam, Tausug, Bajau, Yakan, Subanen, and many more. So itong mga different cultures, sila yung mga gumagawa ng mga indigenous arts dito sa Zamboanga City. Tinatawag silang mga native people or indigenous people living in our cities, or sila yung mga tao na gumagawa ng artworks na based sa culture nila. So alam din naman natin na yung mga native people or yung mga indigenous people is yung mga artworks na ginagawa nila is inspired talaga sa kultura. Like for example, din sa Bajau, yung mga vinta na ginagawa nila is hindi lang natin makikita na colorful lang, na wala lang, pero it represents their culture as a Bajau. Today, we will discuss about the Yakan arts and musical performance. So let us start with the Yakan arts. Number 1 is tenun or weaving. So as we all know na tenun or weaving, it is the famous artworks na ginagawa ng mga Yakan. Alam natin na pag sinasabing Yakan, weaving. So yung pag-weaving, dapat may pasensya ka sa paggawa because sa paggawa ng weaving is hindi siya ginagamit ng any electrical appliances or any electrical, kasi ginagamitan siya gamit ang mga kamay natin mismo. So dapat may pasensya tayo sa paggawa kasi hindi siya madali or hindi siya easy gawin para sa atin na hindi tayo marunong. So sa weaving, it has patterns, and patterns may represent their culture, especially nature, animals, and their tradition. So yun yung pattern na nilalagay nila sa weaving. Kumbaga, pinapakita nila dun yung kultura nila sa pagpapattern. Then, this textile used for clothes. So, yung pang-weaving, yung magiging outcome nun is magiging fabric siya. So, yung outcome nun is pwede siyang gawing clothes, pwede siyang gawing yung nilalagay sa ulo, pwede siyang for decoration sa mga houses, sa bahay, like sa mga nilagay sa mga tables or sa windows, ganon. Materials used. Sa pag-weaving, also, syempre, may mga tools, materials, and equipment na kailangan nating gamitin para makabuo ng weaving. So, ang kailangan dito is thread. So, before gumagamit sila ng mga dyed pineapple or abaca since it is durable, hindi siya agad-agad nasisira. And also, ngayon, nowadays, gumagamit na sila ng cotton or synthetic thread or synthetic fabric para magkagawa ng weaving or tenon. Siyempre, kahit synthetic na, mas durable pa rin siya. Then, mga dyes. When we say dyes, it is yung coloring para may color yung thread. So, dati, ginagamit nila is natural lang, like yung come from roots or from plants. So, ngayon, meron na ding binibentang mga synthetic dyes na binibili na lang, mas madali. So, second is basketry. Sa yakan din is gumagawa din sila ng mga basketry. It is also made from rattan or bamboo kasi dapat ginagawa nila itong durable kasi ginagamit nila yung basket sa paglagay ng mga foods every time may mga ceremonies or may mga event. Ginagamit nila yung basket sa paglagay ng food and essential din for them yung baskets. Kaya the way how they make baskets, syempre dapat durable na din para hindi siya agad-agad nasisira. Third is metal and clay crafts. So when we say metal, it means gumagawa sila ng mga artworks na made from metal. Like for example, mga kutsilyo, kutsara. So, essential din yun para sa kanila kasi ginagamit din talaga nila yun sa mga events, ganyan, kapag may mga special events silang ginagawa sa culture nila. So, magagamit din nila yun. And also, may maipapakita din sila sa mga tao na kaya nilang gumawa ng mga made of metal kinds of artworks. Then, when we say naman clay crafts, it means clay, yung artworks na made of clay. Like for example, gumagawa sila ng mga paso or anything else or anything kinds of artworks that involves clay. Yun din yung one of the thing na ginagawa ng mga yakan is ang metal and also clay craft. Fourth is beadwork. So, sa yakan, alam natin na gumagawa din sila ng mga necklace, bracelets na made from beads. Yung beads na ginagamit nila is, nagra-round lang siya into 7 or 8 colors lang. Hindi sila gumagamit ng mga iba't ibang colors. And also, yung mga beads na ginagamit nila is medyo malaki-laki, hindi din sobrang malaki, hindi din siya sobrang maliit. Yung sakto lang talaga sa ikakaganda ng necklace and bracelets. So, yung most colors na ginagamit nila is red. Red, it represents bravery, courage, and life. While yellow or orange, it represents hope and prosperity. Black, it represents protection from evil spirits. White, poverty and peace. Then, minsan gumagamit din sila ng green or blue. So, yun yung mga colors na usually na ginagamit nila because para sa kanila, it has meaning kung bakit itong color ang kailangan nilang gamitin for necklace, for bracelets, para maproteksyonan nila yung sarili nila laban sa anong kamalasan na pwede mangyari sa kanila kasi may paniniwala sila sa paggawa ng necklace and bracelets in terms of colors. And also, sa paggawa ng bracelet and necklace, may patterns din kung paano nila ginagawa yung paglagay ng mga beads para in a proper way siya tignan. So now, let us proceed to the musical performance of yakan. So number 1 is pamansak. So, pamansak, it is applicable for couple dances. So, dito sa pamansak is ipinapakita kung ano yung relasyon ninyong mag-asawa. Ipinapakita dito yung pagmamahalan, yung pagrerespeto, at pagtitiwala nyo sa isa't isa. Yun yung ipinapakita sa sayo na ito, na kung saan kapag sinasabing couple dances, it means ipinapakita nyo kung anong relasyon meron kayo sa isa't isa bilang magkasintahan or bilang mag-asawa. Then, ginagawa din ito sa kasal, festival, or any special occasion. So, number 2 is pamansak lela. It is only applicable for male. Male lang talaga siya. When we say male, lalaki. So, dito sa sayo na to is ipinapakita kung anong klaseng lalaki ka sa komunidad, na may pagmamahal sa ibang tao, na may respeto, na may paggalang at pag-unawa sa damdamin ng ibang tao. So, itong sayaw din na ito is ginagawa din siya sa mga festivals, sa mga rituals, and also special occasions lang din. Same lang din. Then, third one is pamansag dende. When we say pamansag dende, it is only applicable for female. When we say female, it means babae lang yung may kakayahang magsayaw when we say pamansag dende. So, dito sa sayaw na to is ipinapakita din dito kung anong klaseng babae ka din sa komunidad, na may magandang pag-uugali, na may respeto sa ibang tao, may pag-uunawa sa ibang tao, at also kung anong kakayahan mo bilang isang babae, ano yung mga kakayahan na kaya mong gawin at kaya mong ipakita sa ibang tao na bilang isang babae na kaya mo. So, ang sayaw na ito is ginagawa din tuwing weddings or festivals. So, fourth is pamansak de karendehan. So, ito din is dance of the maidens. When we say maidens, it means ito yung mga dalaga. So, dito is ipinapakita sa sayo na ito kung anong klaseng dalaga ka, na may pagmamahal sa sarili, na may pagmamahal sa ibang tao, or anong klaseng dalaga ka sa komunidad, na may maayos sa buhay, may maayos na tingin sa sarili, ganon. And ginagawa din ito every cultural celebrations and cultural festivals. Then, fifth one is tumahik. So, yung tumahik, ito is bahagi na talaga siya ng ng sayaw-sayakan. Kumbaga is ginagawa na nila talaga to every time may mga event or may mga special occasions. Andyan na talaga yung tumahik. Ginagawa na talaga yan nila. Then the last one is the pansaksi lalay, pansaksi bangko, and pansaksi betong. Etong tatlong to is ano to sila, o mga traditional dances na ginagawa ng mga yakan. Ito, traditional na talaga to siya, hindi na siya nawawala sa yakan kasi na ta siya, popular na siya sa yakan. Kumbaga ginagawa na lang nila yan every time may mga rituals, may mga festivals, or anything else na ginagawa nilang occasions. Ginagawa nila ito kasi it is their traditional dances.
Bajau traditional dance. Their dance often performs barefoot to symbolize humility, tell stories of the sea, highlighting themes of gratitude, hard works, and communal life. So, kung makikita natin sa video, yung mga Bajau ay sumasayaw ng nakapaalang. Dahil ito ay simbolo ng kanilang kababaang loob. Ang sayaw ay nagpapakita ng kanilang buhay sa dagat at pasasalamat. So, ang pagsayaw nila ng nakapaa ay hindi trip-trip lang, kundi ito ay tradisyon. At ang mga Madyaw ay magagaling gumawa ng banig. So, yung mga banig nila ay gawa sa makukulay at matitibay na banig at ang disenyo nito ay hango sa dagat at mga lamang dagat. So kung mapapansin natin, yung mga Badyaw is mahilig talaga sila sa dagat. Kaya yung mga design nila or yung mga gawa nila is nakahango talaga sa karagatan. Ang mga Badyaw ay kilala bilang sea nomads o taong dagat. Magaling silang gumawa ng bangka na ginagamit sa pangingisda at tirahan. So yung mga Badyaw, hindi lang sila magaling gumawa ng bangka, sila din ay magaling lumangoy. Kasi palagi silang nasa dagat, kaya normal na lang sa kanila yon. At yung mga bangka din nila is matitibay dahil matitibay na kahoy ang gamit nila. So, yung mga Badyaw ay mahilig sa accessories at textile. So, kung accessories yung pag-uusapan, nakikita natin gumagawa sila ng mga porceras na galing sa karagatan like mga shell, yung mga kabibe, gumagawa sila ng porceras at mga... And yung mga Badyaw is mahilig sa patadjok or tapis na ginagawa nilang palda.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon ma'am. My name is Lorjan A. Divina from BDP TED GFT. My topic is all about Subanen Arts. What is Subanen Arts? Subanen Arts reflects a rich, nature-inspired cultural heritage from the Zamboanga Peninsula, featuring intricate weaving, basketry, and woodcraft. K-Arts forms includes colorful, woven, fabrics and beaded embroidery or mimini, and functions crafts like poetry and tools deeply rolled in their people of the river identity. Ang Subanen Arts daw, the Subanen people are indigenous group from the Zamboanga Peninsula. The arts is inspired by nature and their daily life. And also they are known for weaving, basket making, and wood carving. They are create for colorful fabrics and beaded designs or mimini. They are also make useful items like pots and tools. Their identity as a people of the river is important. So many of their designs are inspired by rivers and natures. In short, the Subanen art is practical, nature inspired and arts and parts of their everyday life. Subanen Arts and Culture Inc. Number 1 is weaving and textiles. Weaving and textiles, they are known for weaving beautiful fabrics, often use of abaca fibers. Know that, right? Crafts and tools. Craft and tools, it includes basketry and poetry, and they forging of agricultural tools and weapons, showing their resourcefulness daily life. 3 is performing arts, includes dancing, singing, and storytelling. Is used during celebrations and gatherings. Padel is a traditional dance of ritual performance, usually done during special occasions or ceremonies. Talik is a form of storytelling or chanting used to pass down history, beliefs, and traditions. Visual arts includes designs, decorative, and artworks, and seen in clothing, tools, and homes. Ritual arts is arts used in religious or spiritual ceremonies, and it's shown. And it's me again. My topic also is Kalibugan Arts. What is Kalibugan Arts? Kalibugan Arts is originate from the Kalibugan, Subanen people, an indigenous Muslim group in the Zamboanga Peninsula, Philippines, known for blending Subanen and Islamic cultures. Their artistic expression includes intricate weaving, traditional tapestries, music, dance, and fine craftsmanship, reflecting a unique fusions of Subanen and Tausug and Samal heritage. Ang Kalibugan arts daw is a Kalibugan Subanon peoples are related to the Subanen but are influenced by Islamic culture. Their art mix Subanen traditions with Islamic designs. They are known for weaving tapestries, music, and dance. Their crafts are shown a blind cultures like Subanen, Tausug, and Samal. In short, Kalibugan arts is a mix of different cultures, especially Subanen and Islamic influence. Kalibugan arts. Number one is textiles and weaving. Textiles and weaving, they are make clothes that looks like a mix both and cultures. They are use old school's weaving methods but add the bright colors and geometric patterns often seen in Muslim clothing. Number two is craftsmanship and metalwork. They are experts at making things out of metal like brass jars or sharp blades. These are just tools. They are decorated with very fine details that shows up their history as warriors and ornaments. Three is traditional attire. Is their clothes like the malong and embroidered shirts are their uniform. It tells everyone that they belong to the specific groups. Cultural identity. This is the most important parts. Their art is their ways of saying we have a unique history that is different from everyone else. It keeps their traditions alive for the next generations. Yan lang po. Thank you!